Hi, my name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today I'm going to be testing out the Beaute Flair palette. I like the package here. It's pretty. And it matches the actual palette. Here's what it looks like. You take the little plastic sleeve out that doesn't say anything. Isn't that pretty? Now you know, of course, my eyes go right down to this row here, and that's what I'm gonna start out by using. But I think this palette has a lot of variety. Of course, I think, you know, there could be more shimmers in here. Maybe sacrifice one of these colors over here that kind of look similar. But even I have to admit, some of like these two here, I feel like there's more difference in the camera than in real life. But we'll see. I'm gonna swatch everything first to see what we got here. This is the old formula, by the way. I had gotten it on sale when I had ordered this and the Tropical Vibes collection months ago. And just, you know, too much makeup, never got around to it. But I'm glad that this is the old formula. I think I'm gonna enjoy it because I have the Oceanic palette, which I love, in the old formula. And I'll put the video up. It's already up, but I'll put a link or something at the end of the video. The Tropical Vibes collection just didn't work out for me. A lot of it just spread and creased, and some of it wasn't pigmented like I wanted it to be. And I think it's a result of the new formula. So like I said, I'm thinking I'll enjoy this, hoping I'll enjoy this. Let's get started. I have this eye primed, this eye not, as I usually do to at least start out eyeshadow testing videos. And I'm gonna start with my, which one is this? Beige Cosmetics brush with it's rubbed off. It's a 3 on it, I think. And I'm gonna start with Sherbet, this beautiful lime green. Let's see, cross our fingers, what this will do. I'm gonna put this as my transition shade. I'm gonna take it really high up, and I'm gonna put on way too many shades, but I want to try to fit as many as possible. In case you don't know, I have hooded eyes and they really can't handle many colors at once, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So it's not this, which is a problem I had with the other palette, the Tropical Vibes palette, but the formula should be different. But there was also nothing this light in the Oceanic palette. Now this is the unprimed side. It's more yellow on this side, can you tell? It's more green on this side, more yellow on this side. Is it bad? No, but it's not where I want it to be either. But let's see where we go from here. Then I'm gonna take Moss, which is a deep olive green on my IBY crease brush. And I'm gonna put this in my crease. It's coming out a little more on the brown side. Not thrilled with that. It might be because I put it with the like a lime green yellow underneath. I feel like it's kind of moving the yellow around a little bit. I mean the lime, whatever. Not thrilled about that. Maybe I should have done it the other way. Maybe I should have put the lime green on after. I still could go back and fix it, which I might do. You can see that I keep switching from like swiping to packing to kind of see what gives me the best result. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it again, take some of that lime again, and just see if I can bring it back a little. Yeah, it's not bad. Then I think I'm going to take Forest Pine, which looks like a teal hunter green. I'm going to take that with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it. It's super tiny. And I'm going to put that on the deepest part of my crease. It's probably going to be hard to tell exactly what kind of shade this is because I have the greens underneath of it. So even if it's teal, it's gonna pull more green. You know what, maybe I'll keep this on the outer innermost crease here. Also, to be transparent, it's very humid today. So, I mean, this palette, I'm gonna give it other tests anyway, some of which you'll see on camera, but it's definitely gonna need more than one test because lately my makeup hasn't been holding up well in the heat and humidity here. Meanwhile, I'm only in New York City, like, it's not like I'm in Texas. My makeup should be able to do better than that. Then I'm going to take Atlantis on the same brush. Now this is like a bluer teal, and I'm gonna put this on the inner half of my innermost crease. Yeah, I can definitely tell this is bluer. But that being said, when combined with these greens, it's, you know, it's definitely pulling a lot more green. And that's not a shadow problem. That's a me problem. At least know when something is a you problem versus a not you problem. That's the first step. Okay, I'm also going to put like a tiny touch of Forest Pine on my outermost corner. Let's see if we can get a truer idea of what color it is. Yeah, I would stay with what I said. It's like a hunter green, but also a little bit teal. Moving further inward, I'm taking Atlantis, which is definitely more teal, a little more blue. And I'm gonna put this starting to come inward to like the outer third. But yeah, definitely up against that green. It makes it hard to see the bluishness of it. So next time I probably wouldn't do this. Next time I would probably do a 2 shadow look. This in the crease and the outer third, and this on the inner 2/3 of the lid. Now I'm going to put this on the inner 2/3 of the lid, or inner half, Bayberry. And this is just a light muted aqua. Can definitely tell this is the old formula, and I'm happy about that. Gotta try not to put too much though still, but it's hard because it's beautiful. Try to blend that in a little bit. Even this is like going greener because of what I have underneath. Beautiful. So see, like when I first put it on, you could tell it's a little more aqua, but then when I start blending it and picking up the other colors on my finger, it's going a bit more green. Not that it isn't still pretty, I just wanted bluer. I think for the under eye, I think I want to leave the greens out of it and go more blue. So I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it if I don't hit myself in the face with it. Pick up Atlantis, put that on the outer third of the lower lash line. And I'll try to pick up Bayberry on this, but I don't think it's going to work. Oh, it's raining. I hear it raining. Oh, it did pick up. See, that makes me nervous Usually when something like a shimmer picks up on a brush for me, that means it's gonna like spread like crazy on me. I hope that's not true. I'm gonna blend that in so it's like the inner 2/3. So pretty. Just not exactly what I was wanting or expecting. And as much as I would love a brow bone highlight, I'm gonna leave it alone unless, can I use Biscotti as a brow bone highlight? I don't think so. It's too dark for me. Maybe if I just put a touch. I'm gonna use my dollar store brush, just take a tiny little touch of Biscotti and put that up here by the brow bone. Honestly, I feel like the lime green is helping it, helping it be a little lighter for me. Like if you're just a tad darker than me, which is not difficult to do, you can easily use this as a brow bone highlight or a face highlight. So far, just not what I expected exactly, but I do like it. I hope it holds up. And I mean, if it, you know, if it's a good formula, if it wears well and everything, then I can definitely use it in combination with my Oceanic palette. Maybe even the Tropical Vibes palette. While I'm here, could do swatches. So let's see, I'll start up here. So we got Saffron, Mirage, Aubergine, and Mulberry. So Saffron is like a hot red there. That's an interesting color, like a red berry shimmer. Ooh. Then we have that typical like red purple, and then we have that like mauve, which is I feel like this looks like Bone Fresco from the, help me out here, the ABH Renaissance palette. I feel like it definitely has some Renaissance vibes in there. I don't know which palette came first, but obviously the rest is so different. Then we have Cider, Firefly, Pumpkin, and Hazelnut. Let's see what the difference between pumpkin and hazelnut is. One of those could have gone. I would have even taken this one out and put like, I don't know, but something else, and one of these could have gone. Put in like a, maybe a lighter shimmer, like a green shimmer, or even like maybe a yellow or golden shimmer, maybe another purple, I don't know, something. That, I'm definitely not into that. And then of course we have, oops, I skipped one, Acorn. I got so excited about this one again. Bayberry, Atlantis, Forest Pine. I feel like, what was the theme that they were thinking of for this palette? I feel like some of the names have like fall names, and then some of them have like summery names. It's a summer to fall palette, maybe. I could totally see that. Then we have Moss and Sherbet. Okay, so I'm not crazy. That Moss shade is a little, like it needs building up. But this is the palette. These are the swatches. There's still a lot of variety in it. But, you know, personal preference, a couple or two similar, and I want more shimmers. All right, so given the humidity, that look actually wore pretty well. There was a little bit of spreading. There was a little bit of, I don't want to call it creasing, but the color was starting to gather in certain areas. But definitely by the end of the day, it was totally still wearable, totally still looked okay. Like I said, it changed a little bit, but given the humidity, I don't think we can really fault the palette for that. So I'm going to say it held up pretty well. It wasn't even that much worse on the unprimed side, but today I do have both eyes primed because that is what I prefer, and it's another hot day. Today isn't as humid, it's just very hot. I think it hit 90. And of course, with my hooded eyes, yes, I do prefer a primer. So we still have a lot of colors to work with. All those. And I'm not gonna lie, if the palette was just this, I wouldn't have bought it. I need these in here to go like with these and to use on their own. But that is a personal preference. So to finish up this video, I'm going to do one look on one eye and one on the other. And I'm gonna use all the rest of the shades. So starting with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it, I'm gonna go into Mulberry, which is the nice mauve color. I'm excited about this one. This is going to be my transition. Nicely pigmented, very pretty. It is better blended in person than in the camera, as per usual, but really that wasn't that bad. Then I'm going to take my Ivy White crease brush and go into Aubergine, which is that warm magenta-y kind of purple, and that's going in the crease. Yeah, these two go together really nicely. I'm also going to take a little bit of Aubergine on my pinky and put that on the outer third of my lid. I'm also taking it on my BH Cosmetics brush with 6 on it, just to really get in that little gap here and shape it a little more. Then I'm going to take Biscotti, which is that, a little more gold to it. Gold champagne, maybe. Like it looks, I don't want to say dull, but see how it gets less luminous and maybe less saturated, but this is different than what we're seeing here. I like this better. Now I'm gonna put this, ooh, nice, on the inner 2/3 of my lid. I do wish this was a little more like pinky or lilac. That's what I thought it was originally, but it's okay. That's really pretty. Why don't they put more shimmers in their palettes? Then I think I'm going to take my little brush from Wish here and go into Acorn, the deep brown. I think I'm going to try to make like an eyeshadow wing with it. Because why not, right? Try something a little different. So it is buildable, but it's not quite as dark as I thought it was going to be. I'm just going to go on the lower lash line a little bit up until I reach maybe halfway across. Then I'm also going to take it on the lower lash line, maybe about halfway across as well. And then take a little bit of that purple again, blend it in, and take some of Mulberry, put that even closer in. And you see that I accidentally put a tiny bit of the biscotti shade there, and I think it looks good. I'm going to leave it there. In fact, I might put a little bit more to enhance it. I'm also going to take that on my dollar store brush, just a little bit, and put that on the brow bone. Nice. Different, but nice. Then for the other side, I'm going to take my Beige Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it and go into Cider, which is like a marigold kind of color. And that's going to be my transition. Very pigmented. These shadows are pretty easy to work with, and I like it. Then I'm taking my IBY crease brush, and I'm going to go into Pumpkin, the lighter orange. And that's going in my crease. I'm going to take some of Cider again, just to blend it out a little more so to make sure we don't lose that yellow tone. And then I'm going to try to fit a third color. I'm going to take my Beige Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it and go into Saffron. That is such a bright red. I'm going to put that in the innermost part of my crease. This is like flaming Cheetos. I think maybe I'll leave it on this side only, like the outer half of my deepest crease. Just blend it inward a tiny bit to try and keep the 3 colors as visible as possible on my hooded eyes. Then I'm going to take Hazelnut, this deeper orange. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of that. And I'm going to put that on the outer third of my eye, or maybe the outermost corner. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to tell the difference between some of the shades. I'm going to take a little bit of Saffron again to shape it. This is my Beige Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it. And blend it a little more. Then I'm going to take Mirage, which is the like ruby garnet kind of shade, and I'm going to put that on the, I guess the half here, the outer half kind of, and blending it into that matte shade. And then I'm going to take Firefly, the shimmery orange, and put that on the inner half. And blend the 2 together. Even those 2 on the eyes, it's not that much difference. Like I mean, they're different, but like it's harder to tell. So I feel like they could have done better with even though there is a lot of variety in here, I feel like the orange maybe should have been lighter, or maybe this like deeper, and then one of these could have gone. I do like the sunset blend I have going on though. Then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with 5 on it, go into Mirage, and try to put that on the outer half of my lower lash line. I think this one's gonna spread a bit. I hope not, but it applied pretty easily. Then I'm going to take Firefly, go on the inner half, blend them together. I'm going to take my dollar store brush, go into Biscotti, put that on the brow bone, and then also take a little bit of it and put it on the inner corner. Like that. I also want to see what that looks like as a face highlight on me. So I'm going to try it. It's my Moda contour brush. No harm in trying it. If it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. It's just makeup. And I'll make sure to give you an image in natural lighting so you can see. I am seeing some luminosity, but really until I go in natural light myself, I won't be able to tell, like, how much too dark is it for me. Alright, so as long as these looks hold up, I do recommend the palette. Like I said, I just wish a few of the shades were different, either in finish or like color variety differentiation contrast-wise. You can definitely still get a ton of different looks out of this. And yes, I like the old formula better than the new one, which is unfortunate for me, but I think a lot of people feel the opposite way. I'm usually in the minority when it comes to these kinds of things. So if you can get your hands on this one and you like the old formula, I recommend it. If you like the new formula, I think the new formula one is out, so go for it. All right, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye. See you next time.